So I'm in Tokyo, Japan right now, working with a school around digital literacy. Let's talk about what digital literacy looks like in a school next on the EdTech vlog. Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Harris, and this is the EdTech vlog. So right now, I am in Tokyo, Japan, kind of in the outskirts of Tokyo, not really in the city center, working with a school that asked me to come in and work with them around digital literacy. This concept of what do students and teachers need to know to effectively use technology for teaching and learning in everyday life. So we've talked in the past about kind of the three levels of educational technology, right? The student learning outcomes, the learning activities, and the infrastructure. Well, digital literacy actually encompasses all of them. So what I want to talk today about really briefly is just this concept about digital literacy and how it applies to multiple stakeholder groups, not just to students. So what is digital literacy in an educational context? Digital literacy is the ability to use technology for purpose. Full stop. That's it. It's not specifically for learning. It's not specifically for teaching. It's not developing specific pedagogic skills or outcomes or these things. Those are digital literacy concepts tied to specific stakeholder groups. And this is where the concept gets a lot of confusion, right? Things that we don't totally understand, because digital literacy should be viewed as something that can be applied to anything in education. So the digitally literate teacher is one that you can use technology effectively for teaching and learning, academic design, operations of the machines, and then other connections to external people through collaboration and learning with others, maybe even leading within the organization. That's what a digitally literate teacher is, using the technology within the context. A digitally literate student has the technology skills in the classroom, understands how to use them for purpose, kind of aligned with these EdD standards or Common Sense Media framework or any number of these frameworks or standards that are out there. A digitally literate student knows how to use technology to meet those particular needs. But other things can be digitally literate too. And this is where my work takes me, where I want you to view your organization and yourself as an individual, or even parts of your classroom. So there are other things like the digitally literate parent. So we do a lot of work around digital citizenship and parenting in the digital age. Parents need to be digitally literate in order to fully engage with their students who are also digitally literate. So they have to understand how to use a lot of the tools the kids are on. They have to understand the power and the potential for danger around those different tools, and they have to engage. So there's a skill, an attitude, and a behavior related to digital literacy for parents. Now, what about other things, like a digitally literate classroom? Is a digitally literate classroom one that exemplifies the use of technology for learning, one that is well equipped, one that understands technology has a place and purpose for learning, that supports the needs of the students on the aggregate, on the whole, and as individual learners? Yes, that's how we can define a digitally literate classroom. What about a digitally literate school? A digitally literate school understands that literacy, that digital elements, digital tools within the organization are multifaceted. So I've talked about the blueprint for technology and education related to this, and kind of how digital literacy within a school encompasses the IT elements, the data, the learning technology, the support for stakeholder groups like teachers and parents, the connections to external vendors, and the leadership needed to make sure that technology is used effectively and efficiently. So what I want you to think about when you hear about digital literacy coaches, or you think about educational technology, or where you fit in, it's not just a single stakeholder group. It's not just something that we tie to teachers or to students. Digital literacy is a mindset, an approach, and kind of an understanding that technology has power and potential to improve operations, to enhance learning, to make education better. But those that are literate not only understand that potential and how to leverage things, but understand the implications of doing that within their specific context, whether it's a makerspace, an entire department of education or a school district, or down to an individual student. that you want to build a set of skills that are going to work for them in their current high school, say, but then also be available for them when they graduate school and go out into the workforce or, live a personal life. So understand that digital literacy has implications and effects on every stakeholder group in education, on every institution in education, on every room in education, and every approach to teaching and learning. So what we're starting to do now, and I'm working with a number of partners on this, we're talking about how to outline what it means to be digitally literate within each of these contexts. So please come back, please ask some questions, and please connect to me, and I can share resources about what your classroom should look like if you're digitally literate, what you as a teacher should be doing as a digitally literate teacher, what you should be looking for within your students or in your parent body, and how to support them. How does a leadership team at a school become digitally literate? These are the things that we're looking to codify and share on a broad scale so that all of our schools can become more digitally literate, catch up, surpass everything else, and prepare students for the world that's around them. So this was just a real quick vlog entry just for me to get some thoughts out around the work that I've been doing here, because I get supercharged about this notion of digital literacy from an operational and academic, a teacher and student, this notion that there is a central thread around using technology efficiently. And so thanks for listening. I know it's been kind of a stream of consciousness, but I hope that passion helps you in thinking about how do we take this concept of digital literacy into your own work and your own lives, wherever that may be. So hey, do me a favor, and on the button below here, please subscribe to my channel. If you've subscribed or if you've visited several times, you know that I talk about everything related to educational technology, be it specific tools, digitally literate practices in the classroom, common trends, even geographies. I've talked about various places in the world, and I'm learning a little bit more about Japan right now, which is absolutely fascinating. I also talk about things related to data, IT, EdTech, and I do that through this channel and also through my Twitter handle. So please follow me on Twitter. My handle is @MattHarrisEdD, and I share a number of resources, and I love interacting with people there. So please subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, and let's start a conversation. All right? Well, from Tokyo, Japan, have a wonderful day. See you later.